Wow, when was the last time we did one of these odds and ends things, right? Okay, truth be told, I need to make it a little short right now, but also didn't want to be multiple days late again because I've got a pretty cool new thing we think we're gonna drop this week, but I don't think I can say what it is just yet. So how about that pandemic, huh? That's sure a thing still going on.
これ見えます?
Yeah, so funny thing, I did that originally for the opener because I thought I know, I'll stick some funny Dr. Mario commercials from the 90s in there. That'll be nostalgic. People will like that. But man, do y'all remember how they advertised games in the 90s when capturing gameplay footage wasn't super simple and sometimes they were trying to like obfuscate the nature of the actual product? Because they sold that one kind of weird.
Killer game from Nintendo. Dr. Mario. Wow. But it ain't what you think. You get to zap these viruses, and with 2 players, you can actually trash the other guy.
Your sister gave you the mumps. Your brother gave you the flu. Your best friend gave you chicken pox. It's payback time with help from Dr. Mario. Go head-to-head on NES or link up on Game Boy. Then contaminate, exterminate, and spread the viruses. When you score, you infect your opponent. Make them sweat, run a fever, get the chills. Dr. Mario. With 2 players, it's germ warfare.
Can I play?
Sure.
I called the witch doctor, he told me what to do. He said, ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, tang-tang, walla-walla bing-bang. That means play Dr. Mario on Game Boy or NES. Tang-tang, walla-walla bing-bang.
Wow, and also kind of racist. Like, that one was not okay, the last one, right? Yeah.
I beat the witch doctor, and this is what he said. He said, ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, tang-tang, walla-walla bing-bang, ooh-ee. And then he struck my head.
Speaking of video games, you might have forgotten, since they kind of haven't been advertising it, like, at all, which is not a great sign for a movie coming out in, shit, less than 3 months. But one of the would-have-been blockbusters Warner Brothers dumped to HBO Max was the new Mortal Kombat movie, which nobody really knows anything about other than they made another Mortal Kombat movie. There's some minor fandom interest around the fact that Johnny Cage didn't seem to make the cut of characters this time, but also the hero this time is a new basic human guy being played by Louis Tan, so people think maybe there's a twist happening there. I mean, okay, maybe. I'm honestly still kind of baffled that the people who keep making movies out of fighting games continue to assume they need to come up with more and more overcomplicated storylines to wrap them around, like when the Street Fighter movie was like a big G.I. Joe military kind of thing, which, I mean, has its charms, sure.
You got paid?
In an ironic sense, at least. I mean, it kind of seems like, to me, we're having a fighting contest. Here's the various people competing in the fighting contest. I wonder which one of them is going to win the fighting contest is already enough for the no more than 90 to 100 minutes anything like this needs to be. Like, haven't multiple entire actual competitive sports leagues been doing very well with live events and regular televised broadcasts based exactly on that premise and only that premise for, you know, decades of history? Hell, if you have to put some kind of extra spin on it, you don't need, I think, much more of a spin. Really, do you? Couldn't you just say, oh, also, the main person we're going to follow here is really only in the fighting contest because they want to, like, find the guy running the fighting contest and kick their ass? I mean, that was the plot of Gladiator, and that movie only made hundreds of millions of dollars and won the Oscar for Best Picture.
Good. At last, one of them is understood.
Oh yeah, the Oscars. Those are still happening this year, and in case you were wondering, they've bumped the broadcast and stuff that comes out a while after January can still count, so there's still time for studios to sneak the prestige stuff out whenever it can play and get in. Last few weeks have been a little busy here, so my catch-up isn't exactly caught up, so I don't have any brand new hot takes on the paltry amount of noteworthy stuff that's snuck out. I assume this is the year that Netflix is finally going to try and take it all the way. I watched The Little Things, the cop movie with Denzel and Jared Leto, and wow, that one's a bad one.
You must really like my car.
I do. How's the trunk space? It's the little things, Jimmy. It's the little things that rip you apart. It's the little things that get you caught.
I might review that just because I haven't actually gotten to run a genuinely negative piece in a while, and I almost feel out of practice at that. There's promising sounding stuff, like coming out of Sundance at least. Nicolas Cage did a Sion Sono movie. I mean, that almost has to be good, right? I'd run some trailer clips, but it's literally brand new on the circuit, so trailer doesn't exist yet. In any case, like I said, this was a short one because it's busy here, but look for at least one cool new thing to come up soon, fingers crossed, and I'll be back with hopefully a little more substance maybe sooner than you think. I'm Bob, and that's... okay, that was a pretty small version of a big picture.